Hi, it's Amy. I'm here to take you through a Pilates Sculpt workout today. I'm going to be using 3-pound weights. You can use anywhere from 1 to about 5 pounds. We're going to be working the core, the arms, and the glutes. We're going to be focusing on all our Pilates principles, the breath, our connection to our center, and the whole body working together. So we'll go ahead and start seated for a quick warm-up. Just set your weights down next to you. We're going to have the arms out in front of you, feet at the end of your mat, and just roll back into a little pelvic tilt, scoop of your abs. You're in a C curve. We're going to inhale to prepare. On your exhale, lift your arms as far as you can without that taking you out of your C curve. Inhale down. Exhale, lift from your center. Inhale. Exhale, low abs in, pelvic floor lifts up. Got 2 more here. Lifting up. Inhale. Last lift of the arms. And go ahead and roll back up. On your next exhale, back to the same spot. Back just enough to challenge your abs. And it's going to be an inhale, alternating arm arc. And exhale and switch. Inhale and switch. Exhale and switch. Feel how that challenges your core and wants to pull you out of your C curve. You're going to keep your abs up and in to maintain that position of your body. And arms out in front of you, roll back up. One last piece of our warm-up. We roll back again, challenge those abs, and exhale, open, inhale, close. Every exhale, navel pulls into the spine more. Feel that lift of the pelvic floor up. One more time here. And roll back up. Now we're ready to grab those weights. So I'm going to take those right in front of me. I'm going to go ahead and roll back down again on my exhale. Inhale and exhale. Come back up. I'm going to punch with a twist to the left. A punch with a twist to the right. Weights bent in. Roll back again. And punch right. And punch left. And keep going. You're going to alternate which side you're going to. First, roll back. Work from your center. Work from your underarm. Make sure those shoulders aren't shrugged up to your ears at any time during this. Your roll back can be back as far as feels good to your body. You want to make sure you're challenging your abs, but not going into your low back or not going into your hip flexors too much either. Got one more time here. Rolling back. Just keep breathing through it as it works for your body. And weights come together at your chest. Now our arm motion is going to be an overhead press. So I'm going to go ahead and roll back again. Take an inhale on my exhale. Lift from my center and press weights overhead. And roll back again to challenge my abs. Scoop the abs in, roll back up, lift tall through the crown of your head, roll back, exhale, abs in, weights lift up to the ceiling, stay connected to your center as well as from your core. Think about that connection to your shoulder blades. You've got support of your shoulders from below. So even as you press up here, you're pressing from your underarm. We've got 2 more. Last one. Press those weights overhead and weights into your chest. We're going to go ahead and roll down one bone at a time all the way to your back now. We're going to come to tabletop legs and arms straight up to the ceiling. Make sure that you're in a neutral spine here, so your ribs are anchored down. Your tailbone is anchored down and neutral. Now I'm going to reach my left leg away from me and my right arm and pull it back together. Let's just stay on the same side. So left leg and right arm reach apart and use your core. Pull together. Breathe deeply. Your breath can really be in either direction, whatever feels most helpful to you to keep all this energy in your center.
3 more. Last 2. And last one. Both weights up to the ceiling. Check in with your pelvis, make sure it's still in that neutral position. Send your right leg and your left arm apart and use your core, pull back together. Inhale, exhale. Just moving in the range where you can stay connected in your whole body. The core is supporting your back as you can move your arm and leg away from you. Make sure that you don't feel any pain anywhere in your body. You can always drop your weights down and do it without if needed. I've got last 2 here and last 1. Go ahead and rest everything down. I am going to set my left weight down and take my left hand behind my head. Go ahead, take your legs back up to tabletop and your right arm up. We're going to go into crisscross here. So I'm going to start by taking my right arm back in a diagonal, and then on my exhale, curling up, reaching that weight past my left knee. Inhale down. Exhale, draw those abs in. Keep your tailbone anchored. You don't want to be curling up into a pelvic tilt here. You want to maintain that neutral spine. Now you are welcome to stay right here, or to make it a bit harder, I'm going to send my right leg straight as I curl up. 4 more. Last 3. Last 2. And last 1. Set everything down with control, including your right weight. Grab that left weight and straight up to the ceiling, right hand behind your head, and take your legs back up to tabletop. You've got your neutral spine. I'm going to inhale, reach back on that diagonal, and exhale, curl up past my right knee. Maintaining that neutral spine. You want to keep your pelvis and your low back still. You're using your low abs to do that. And then for a greater challenge, I'm going to send that left leg straight and pull it back in. Last 4, 3, 2, and last 1. Go ahead and set your head and feet down. We're going to go on to some bridging. So I'm going to take my weights and set them upright and reach your hands towards your feet as far as you can. And that's where you want to have your weights and your hands. Go ahead and just press down into your weights, and I want that to come from your triceps and from your lats. Definitely from your underarm. Feet are about hip width apart, and then on your exhale, press those hands down into the weights as you lift your hips up into the air into a bridge. Inhale and lower down, and exhale, abs in. Sit bones lift you up towards the ceiling. You want to be working your glutes here more than your hamstrings. Keeping a neutral spine. We don't want to arch our back here. Whole body is working. Feel those arms working, abs working, and glutes working too. This one, hold up. We are going to go into a heel lift here. So as you lift your heels, I want you to think about that lift actually coming from your pelvic floor and low abs. Inhale, heels lower. Exhale, lift your tailbone up towards the ceiling. Lift your sit bones up higher. Really finding that lift from the center of your body more so than just your calves. Keep your hands pressing down into those weights for that full body integration. Now we've got last 4, 3, 2, last 1, and roll your spine down, lengthening it down to the mat. I'm just going to grab my weights as I ordinarily would, and still keeping the arms down by your side. You're going to lift up into another bridge. So sit bones really reaching for your feet, for your knees. You're going to feel openness through the front of your hips. Now go ahead and take your left leg straight up to the ceiling. If you can stabilize, also take your right arm straight up to the ceiling. Now on your exhale, you're going to scissor that left leg down, reach your right arm overhead, and use your abs, pull everything back together. You are trying to maintain stillness on that right hip, right core, so you should feel your right glute is really active here. Reach along through that left leg as you reach it away from you. Maintain your length through your body. And we've got 4, 3, 2, and last 1. Place your left foot down, your hand down, and lower your bridge back down to the mat. We've got the other side. So both feet down. Go ahead and pull your navel in. Lift your hips up in the air. And then go ahead and take that right leg straight up to the ceiling. And then if you can stabilize, you've got that left arm up too. Make sure your pelvis is still level here. And then on your exhale, you're going to reach that right leg out away from you. The left arm goes overhead and you pull it back up. Feel your left glute working pretty hard to stabilize you. Your abs are in the entire time. And you're working the whole body. 4, 3, last 2, last 1. Bend that right knee, set it down, roll your bridge back down to the mat. Go ahead and turn over onto your left side. I'm just going to use one weight for this next kneeling side kick series. And so I'm going to have that in my right hand. My left hand is down and I'm pressing up into a side plank. And go ahead and take that right leg out away from you and the right arm straight up to the ceiling. So just taking a moment to find a really strong setup here. You're lifted on that left hip. Feel your left glute. Feel your right glute too. And I'm going to start by just lifting and lowering that right leg. Abs are in. Tailbone presses forward to keep all this work into your glutes. Strong through that left side body. Got 5 more here. 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep that right leg up in the air if you can. You're going to drop that weight down in front of you and lift it back up. Inhale. Exhale. Lift from your center. Lift all the way off of that left hip. So glutes are still working hard. Abs are in. And then you're working the back of that right shoulder as well. Make sure the shoulder's not shrugged up to the ear on either side. Got one more lift here. I'm going to hold that weight out in front of me. Kick the leg forward. Kick the leg back. Inhale. Exhale. Keep the abs in to support your neutral spine. And again, you're feeling both glutes work really hard. If you need to drop that weight down to the ground, that's fine. Got 3, 2, and last 1. I'm going to put that right leg down, stretch the right arm overhead, and just feel a lot of length through my right side body. And I'm going to turn both knees down to the mat. You're going to get both weights in your hands again. And come up kneeling. I'm going to hinge forward at my hips, so my chest is down towards the ground. Make sure you have your neutral spine here. So abs are really in, your back is pretty flat. You're going to row up by pulling the shoulder blades down and back, and then kick back, squeezing your triceps. Bend and reach down to the ground. Row, kick back, bend, and reach. Exhale. Keep those abs lifting up towards your spine, more so with every exhale. So if you feel this in your back, you know that you're going to need to concentrate more on your breath and more on your low abs. Shoulder blades always pulling down the back. Got 3 more times through. Last one. And set your hips down. You're going to set one weight down and then turning to the other side of your kneeling side kicks. So now I've got my right hand down on the mat. I'm going to lift up into that side plank with the left arm up and the left leg up. First variation is that hip abduction. Using both glutes. Feel your right glute working really hard. Reach your left leg as far as you can away from you. Reach up the other way through the crown of your head. So you've got all that length through your body. And we've got 3, 2, 1. Hold that left leg up if you can. And we go into these arm raises. Inhale. Exhale to lift. That lift is not just from your shoulder. You're lifting from that right glute, lifting navel into your spine. If you need to, you can always set that left leg down and keep going with your left arm. Last 2. Last 1. The arm's going to hold in front of you. Lift that leg back up if you need to. The leg kicks forward on your inhale. Exhale back. Abs in. Tailbone presses forward towards your pubic bone. Feel that right glute still lifting your body up. And 3. And 2. And last 1. Set that left leg down. Reaching that left arm overhead for a big left side body stretch. And then again, turning to kneeling. We're going to do a couple exercises on hands and knees. So I'm going to have the weight in my right hand again. Left hand is just down on the mat. Setting up on all 4s. Just make sure you have energy back into your hips. Hips right over the knees and shoulders right over the wrists. And then go ahead and take that right arm up into an overhead press. Inhale to prepare. On your exhale, reach that weight over your head. And then on your inhale, pull your shoulder blade down your back to pull it towards you. So both ways are super active here. Breath can be in either direction. Every exhale, navel is pulling into your spine more. And last 1. Set that weight down and we'll switch to the other side. So picking the weight up in your left hand, bringing it up to a goalpost, and on your exhale, reach overhead and pull it down. Go overhead just as far as you can without any discomfort in your shoulders. Or if you need to, you can just drop the weight altogether. Keep sitting back into your sit bones as you reach out through the crown of your head. Keep lifting your navel to your spine so your whole body is strong and connected. Last 2. And last 1. Set that weight down and grab the right one again. Now you are going to go ahead and reach that left leg back behind you. Make sure that your pelvis is still level, that you haven't rotated or shifted onto the right side, and you haven't arched your back. So you've got a lot of lift of your navel to your spine here. Now maintaining that left leg back, go ahead and reach your right arm in front of you. On your exhale, pull the right elbow and left knee together, and then reach apart as far as you can. You could also exhale as you reach that left leg and right arm forward. Whatever feels like it's giving you the most support in your body. Last two. And last one. Set that left knee and right arm down and waist switch. You're gonna have that weight in your left hand. Take a second and find that right leg reaching back behind you. Think about reaching it long rather than really high. Navel is up and into your spine, so you've got a flat back. Make sure that you haven't shifted onto that left side. You're gonna go ahead and take that left arm, reach it away from you, and then pull the weight in your knee together and reach back long. Using your breath to get in deeper to your low core muscles. Last two. And last one. Grab both your weights again. We're going to come up to standing and set up in a wide squat. Knees and feet can be turned out a bit. And try to sit down with your sit bones so you're engaged through your glutes more so than your quads. So really feel the connection between your heels and your sit bones. Pull the navel into your spine. Think about pressing the tailbone forward a bit towards the pubic bone. And so you're really supporting yourself with the glutes. Now our arm motion is going to be external rotation. So on your exhale, pulling the weights apart. Squeeze those elbows into your side. Shoulders are low, down away from your ears. And you're pulling the shoulder blades down and back. Feel the back of the arms and the shoulder blades working. Pull the navel in as your arms go back so that you don't feel any strain in your low back. And we've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the weights together. You're going to still hold your squat, stay connected to those glutes, and on your exhale, we've got another heel raise. So again, just like our bridge, finding that lift from the center as much as possible, not just the calves working, but really feeling the glutes and abs engaged too. 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. Go ahead, use your abs, use your glutes, stand up and bring your feet parallel and hip width apart. Next is a curtsy lunge with a lateral raise. I'm going to do them all moving my left leg first. So taking the first one slow, go ahead and step that left leg back behind you at a bit of an angle. You're going to sit down into your curtsy lunge. Feel that right glute especially engaged. And then lateral raise and stand back up. So pick up the pace there. Lunge down, lateral raise. But still keep your alignment and your balance. Every exhale, feeling the navel pull in, sitting down into that right sit bone. Making sure that you're not shrugging your shoulders at all here, but just using your deltoids. We've got 4 more. And last 3. Feel that right glute working really hard. 1 more time. And stand up. That hip width position again, parallel feet. We'll take that first one slow again. Let's go ahead and take that right leg, cross it back behind you. Sit down into that left hip so you feel that left glute engage, and then your lateral raise. So just moving at the pace where you can keep your alignment and keep control of this combination movement. You'll probably notice that one side feels more organized than the other side. So we step back, sit down, lateral raise, keep those abs in, breath is connected, and we've got 4, and last 3, and last 2, last 1,
And come back to hip width apart. You have made it through. We've just got one final stretch. You're gonna take your weights in front of you and drop your chin and your chest. Knees can be soft. Stretching down one bone at a time. I'm just gonna drop my weights in front of me, and then head will be the last thing to come up. Start to pull your navel in, dropping your sit bones down to the mat, shoulder blades pulling down, rolling up one bone at a time. Take one stretch of your arms up overhead, reach through your fingertips, push your feet down into the ground. Take an inhale and exhale, dropping your arms down by your side. Thank you so much for joining me today.